Cooperative Governance Minister Velenkosini Hlabisa is set to convene a special disaster committee meeting focusing on the response to recent floods in Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Persistent heavy rainfall has caused widespread damage to infrastructure and roads, cutting off many of those communities in both provinces. Hlabisa says the devastation warrants the declaration of a national disaster. He's expected to conduct an oversight visit to assess the extent of damage in Mbombela and Bushbuckridge. Mweli Masilela brings us the latest from Mpumalanga. So Mweli, we do know that the minister is set to come and assess the damage, but with regards to some of those residents, how are you assessing their state of being currently going through this disaster?
Definitely a desperate situation considering what we've seen in the past few days, 2 days actually, where many bridges were submerged. The water levels are a bit down today in quite a number of streams that were flooded before. So it's been difficult for even essential services workers like people working at different hospitals. Yesterday we saw some of them, Katleko, struggling in terms of trying to cross the river, some going back to home and some actually heading to work. So that's the situation, and the fact that quite a number of schools were also affected, learners being turned away, and the provincial government taking a decision to say that all schools in the Bushbuckridge municipality should be closed. And when you look into Hlabisa region where we are, and the Nkomazi area as well as other municipalities under Hlabisa, then principals were advised to use their own discretion in as far as attendance of schools is concerned. We're speaking to the MEC responsible for cooperative governance earlier. He was saying that as more rain has been forecast, that's a decision they might revise, because they were expecting that on Monday all learners should be back to school. And just behind me, you are seeing a recovery operation at the bridge where a 45-year-old woman was swept away on Wednesday, and they are trying to make sure that there's some temporary intervention here so that people can be able to cross with their vehicles, and also those who are actually on foot. This is where we are expecting a Minister, Velenkosini Hlabisa, Minister of Cooperative, to start in terms of doing that tour, just to make the assessment and possibly later outline some of those interventions. But I've got a resident here, Tulani Simbini, just to give us an update on whether they believe that the visit of the minister will actually help them and bring that glimmer of hope in terms of ensuring that they've got proper infrastructure and those who are in desperate need of food items and other basic necessities are assisted. Tulani, the visit by the minister and the Premier Mandandlovu today, do you think that it will make a difference to you as residents of this area?
So sitobona ngaye ngalumfundisi waseBhayibhelini, because nanyalo isizampilo iyasita, but siyabona lana ngendlela kenteka ngakhona asinalithemba, because anytime kungasa kufa lomunye umuntu, because uyabona libridge linjani, but they trying their best, but angiboni because imvula esaseyiningi. So nalama pipe lawa wafaka mancane kakhulu, bekufune bafake lama pipe lamakhulu, and thina sifuna lama pipe, sifuna labo actually sifuna libridge. So na MC ufikile wachaza, but sitobona ngaye njenga Thomas waseBhayibhelini. So na councillor naye actually naye bekufuna abe khona, but akekho. So councillor kufune nyuse makawusi, because lana sasekuningi lokusotwendeka leli bridge libangalithatha kancane, it's dangerous, because lamandi mancane, but wona uma sekachamuka baningi labangasafa lamfuleni, because lokendekile solo sibhlungu simphakathi wasemsholozi. So councillor siyacela bo appear uma kunetinkinga leti so
njengoba minister Velenkosini Hlabisa ayetala lo ekhokta kanye na Mvunankulu Mandandlovu, ngumuphi umlayeto le ndawo umekisa kubo lapho?
No, besicela ukuthi asilungisele le bridge, kufanele licale letulu, ligcine letulu, because lamandi maningi, kunelidam letulu, maliflowa lelidam mabalivula, lamandi aflowa agcina ashone etulu, then even noma mntwana tothenga emandeni angasahamba because lamandi maningi kakhulu. So besicela ukuthi bamane basilungisele le bridge libe etulu, basifakele labo not lokabo kuma round. That's the thing.
Okay, kuvakele butayo ngakhuleka, siyabonga kakhulu isikhathi sakho. Kahle that's Tulani Simbini, one of the community members that have been assisting here even with the construction of a temporary footbridge, which has since been removed now as they are busy with the temporary measures to ensure that this river, people are able to cross to either direction. So we'll be waiting for the minister as well as the premier to get to this particular area, and perhaps we'll get a clear direction as to what is going to happen going forward. But in terms of the extent of the damage, the MEC for Kokta, Speed Mashilo, telling us that they will need about 2.1 billion rand just to attend to some of the damages that have already occurred in this province.
With some of those residents that are certainly putting their hope in the authorities in ensuring that some of those structures are built so that people don't find themselves in these particular situations. Thank you for bringing us that update.